Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the latest and juiciest news. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with everything we cover. Seriously, it's a great way to stay in the loop with all the major stories, and trust me, you won't want to miss out on any of our upcoming videos. We've got a ton of exciting stuff planned for you, so make sure those notifications are on, too. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being part of this growing community. Your support means the world to us, and we couldn't do it without you. Now, let's jump into today's story, which has been making waves across the entertainment industry and beyond. Today, we're diving into the massive controversy involving Diddy, Lady Gaga, and a legal mess that's unfolding right before our eyes. If you've been anywhere near the news or social media lately, you've probably seen some of the headlines. And let me tell you, some of them are pretty wild. It almost feels like we're watching a real-life drama play out, with twists and turns that no one could have predicted. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of finger-pointing, and honestly, a lot of confusion about what's really going on. But today, we're going to break it all down for you, piece by piece, and try to get to the bottom of what's really happening. Stick around, because this story is far from over, and there's a lot to unpack. First up, let's talk about Diddy. We all know him as one of the biggest names in the music industry. He's been a fixture in pop culture for decades, producing hit after hit, building a massive business empire, and influencing generations of artists. From his early days with Bad Boy Records to his ventures in fashion, alcohol brands, and television, Diddy has managed to stay relevant in an industry that's constantly evolving. But, as with many celebrities who've been in the game for a long time, there's a darker side to his story that doesn't always get the same amount of attention. And recently, that darker side has come into the spotlight in a big way. Diddy's legal troubles are nothing new. Over the years, he's faced several accusations and lawsuits, many of which have threatened to derail his career. But he's always managed to come out on top, whether through settlements or legal maneuvers. However, things are looking different this time around. The latest controversy, which has led to his longtime law firm cutting ties with him, feels like a turning point. When your own legal team, the people who are supposed to have your back no matter what, decide to walk away, it raises some serious red flags. And it's not just any law firm we're talking about here, it's a firm that's represented Diddy for over 2 decades. That's a long time to build a relationship, and for them to suddenly decide to part ways speaks volumes about the situation he's facing. Now, the big question everyone's asking is, why did the firm drop him? There have been all kinds of rumors floating around, and one of the most persistent ones is that Lady Gaga had something to do with it. According to these rumors, Gaga, who's also a client of the same law firm, gave them an ultimatum: either drop Diddy, or she would leave. It's a pretty dramatic story, right? It sounds like something straight out of a movie: 2 huge stars, 1 law firm, and a decision that could change everything. But, as juicy as that story might be, both Gaga and the law firm have denied that this is what happened. They've been pretty clear that the decision to drop Diddy was made months ago and had nothing to do with Gaga. The law firm issued a statement saying that their decision was based on concerns about reputational risk. Now, that's a key detail because in the world of high-profile clients, reputation is everything. Law firms that represent celebrities, especially ones as big as Diddy and Gaga, have to be incredibly careful about who they're associated with. In the current climate, where public opinion can shift in an instant, being linked to a client facing serious accusations can be damaging not just to that client, but to the firm itself. So, it's understandable why the firm would want to distance itself from Diddy, given the nature of the accusations he's facing. But at the same time, it's a bold move, considering how long they've worked together. It makes you wonder just how serious things have gotten behind the scenes. Lady Gaga's team, for their part, has been quick to deny any involvement in the firm's decision. They've been very firm in stating that Gaga had nothing to do with it, and that she's focused on her own projects and advocacy work. Gaga has always been a vocal advocate for survivors of assault and harassment, and she's used her platform to raise awareness about these issues. It's one of the reasons why people were so quick to believe the rumors that she had something to do with Diddy's legal troubles. But as much as it fits with her public persona, we have to take her team at their word when they say she wasn't involved. That being said, the internet loves a good conspiracy theory, and once a story like this gains traction, it can be hard to shake, even if the facts don't support it. So, where does that leave Diddy? Well, the accusations against him are pretty serious, and they're already starting to have a major impact on his career. In 2023, things really started to spiral when his ex-girlfriend filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of misconduct during their relationship. This wasn't just a one-off incident, the allegations are extensive and paint a troubling picture of what was going on behind the scenes. In the wake of these accusations, several of Diddy's business partners began to distance themselves from him. One of the biggest blows came when Diageo, the company behind Ciroc Vodka, decided to cut ties with him. This was a huge deal, considering how closely Diddy has been linked to the brand for years. And it didn't stop there. Even Howard University, where Diddy had been celebrated as an alum and had received an honorary degree, decided to revoke that honor. It's rare for a university to take such a drastic step, especially with someone as high-profile as Diddy, but it shows just how serious these accusations are being taken. When an institution like Howard University decides to sever ties, it's a clear sign that Diddy's reputation has taken a significant hit. And in today's world, where public perception can make or break a career, that kind of damage can be incredibly hard to repair. But it's not just Diddy's reputation that's at stake here, his entire business empire is on the line. From Revolt TV to his various ventures in music, fashion, and beyond, Diddy's built a massive empire over the years. And now, all of that is in jeopardy. Brands that once proudly associated themselves with him are pulling back, not wanting to be tied to someone facing such serious allegations. And in an industry that's increasingly focused on accountability and supporting survivors, it's no surprise that companies are making moves to distance themselves. The entertainment industry is changing, and what might have been swept under the rug years ago is now being brought to light in a big way. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga continues to be a prominent figure in the conversation, not because of any direct involvement, but because of her role as an advocate for survivors. Gaga has been incredibly open about her own experiences with trauma and has used her platform to push for change. In 2015, she released the song Till It Happens to You, which was featured in the documentary The Hunting Ground. The song became an anthem for survivors of assault, and Gaga's performance at the Oscars, where she was joined on stage by survivors, was a powerful moment that resonated with millions of people around the world. Her commitment to these issues is one of the reasons why people were so quick to believe the rumors about her involvement in Diddy's legal troubles. It's easy to see how people could connect the dots, even if the story isn't true. Gaga's activism has always been deeply personal, and she's never shied away from taking a stand when it comes to supporting survivors. So while her team has denied any involvement, the idea that she would push for Diddy's law firm to drop him does fit with the public image she's built over the years. Whether or not it's true, the perception is out there, and it's likely to stick in the minds of many fans. So what's next for Diddy? Well, it's hard to say. The legal battles he's facing are ongoing, and as more details come to light, things could get even more complicated. One thing is clear, though, his career is at a crossroads. If these accusations continue to pile up, it's going to be incredibly difficult for him to recover. In the age of social media, where information and misinformation spreads like wildfire, public figures have less control over their narratives than ever before. Even if Diddy is able to navigate the legal challenges ahead, the damage to his reputation may be permanent. Social media has evolved into an incredibly powerful tool that significantly shapes how news is disseminated, and stories like Diddy's can quickly take on a life of their own. Fans, critics, and everyone in between can share their thoughts in an instant, creating a whirlwind of opinions that can drastically influence public perception. This instantaneous sharing can lead to a rapid-fire exchange of information, often blurring the lines between fact and speculation. For someone like Diddy, whose brand has always been tightly controlled and carefully curated, this kind of open and often uncontrollable dialogue can be nothing short of devastating. In some instances, people form opinions based on incomplete or even misleading information, and once those opinions take hold, they can be nearly impossible to change. Whether it's through viral tweets, TikTok videos dissecting the situation from various angles, or Instagram posts rallying support for the alleged victims, the court of public opinion moves at a breakneck speed, often outpacing the actual legal system. In the meantime, it will be intriguing to observe how Diddy navigates this tumultuous new landscape. Will he choose to address the accusations head-on in an attempt to clear his name and restore his image? Or will he decide to stay silent, allowing his legal team to handle the situation behind closed doors without direct public engagement? Either way, the world will be watching closely, and as always, the conversation surrounding this situation will continue to evolve, fueled by ongoing developments and public sentiment. The challenges he faces are not just about the legal ramifications but also about managing public perception, which can shift overnight based on new information, social media trends, and the ever-changing landscape of public opinion. So, what do you all think about this situation? Do you believe Diddy will be able to bounce back from these serious allegations, or do you think his career is at risk of collapsing under the weight of public scrutiny? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's crucial to engage in these discussions, as they help shape our understanding of accountability and the complexities of fame in today's digital age. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more to cover in the coming days, so stay tuned for the latest in entertainment, news, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.